Welcome back to Fenway Park for the first game of Frozen Fenway. Quinnipiac has a 1-0 lead over Harvard right now in the first period, but the story so far has been the weather. Started out with rain, became heavy wet snow, and is back to lighter snow. But speaking with some of the Quinnipiac players before the game, Captain Lexi Agia told me it's made the ice soft and definitely slowed down the puck. Zoe Boyd reiterated that as well, the fellow captain for Quinnipiac. But what she harped to me was both teams are battling the elements. You just have to focus on the fundamentals. End of the day, they're both taking on the weather, the ice, and each other, so they have to focus further on their hockey.
Thank you, George. That's George Balekji, who will be with us ice level today and tomorrow. Got a little bone to pick, though. How did George get one of those Frozen Fenway hats?
I would love to have one of those. Maybe, George can help us track some of those down, too.
George clearly knows somebody, so we might have to send him to work here to take care of the booth upstairs.
After another hour, we're going to need it to stay warm up here.
TC, I said your name at the pro shop, actually. That's what happened. I walked in and said, put it on Tom Cairns' tab.
Is that what it is?
I'll take it with me.
Thank you.
Thanks for the Bees jersey, too, by the way.
At least I can do. Please, buy everybody around.
And you're down 1-0 after one period, but have the advantage in the shots. What does the offense have to do to take advantage of those opportunities?
Yeah, I think we just need to keep it simple. Obviously, the ice is a lot snowier than we're used to, so shooting pucks, keeping them low, not trying to get too fancy. Yeah.
You had two good looks at the end of the period, too. Has the snow affected the puck handling at all?
A little bit, yeah. We probably shouldn't try to stick handle as much and just keep it on the ice, hard, fast. But yeah, I would say it's affected puck handling a little bit.
And now you're from Chicago. I know this is in Wrigley Park, but how has Fenway been so far?
Oh, it's awesome. I think especially just because Harvard's in Boston, it's extra special. A lot of us have been here before for Red Sox games. Harvard-Yale football game was here when I was a freshman. So it's very cool to be able to be playing in such a historic facility like this.
And thank you. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Well, TC, I'm here with very special guests as Harvard is led by Captain Kristen Della Rovere, Quinnipiac co-captain Zoe Boyd, and I'm with Liz and Fausto Della Rovere, Kristen's parents, Jim Boyd, Zoe's dad, and Marianne, Zoe's stepmom. And they grew up a minute apart in Ontario, so grew up playing hockey against one another and now compete against each other today. Liz, I want to start with you. What has it meant to you to see your daughter and her best friend go against each other today at Fenway?
This is so exciting. It is an amazing experience, once-in-a-lifetime experience. I love these girls for many years. Zoe's like my third daughter, and it's exciting. I'm so happy for them. It is a beautiful thing.
That's amazing. They grew up together. They were best friends growing up, spent every minute together on and off the ice. And to see their last regular season game compete against each other, it's an amazing experience, especially in this environment.
And Jim, how about for you?
It's been an absolute hoot watching these girls play and compete against each other for the last 10 or 15 years, and this is just a great culmination being in this environment for their last game against each other. So it's been a real treat.
And now, Liz, I want to ask you: do you have any good stories of them growing up competing against each other, or just being kids?
Well, when they were growing up, they played on the same team. So anytime there was pond hockey, it would be like this, and I'd be freezing, waiting for them to come inside, and it was always 5 more minutes. Usually they played against the boys, so they did really well. They're together.
Now, Fausto, did you notice anything different in Kristen's voice and any conversations you had with her leading up to this game? Because it's not just special that it's at Fenway, but special that she'll be taking on Zoe.
Yeah, when she found out that they're going to be hosting, or Quinnipiac's going to be hosting Harvard at Fenway, she was ecstatic. She called us. She couldn't, just words didn't come out of her mouth. She was speechless. She said, "Dad, we're playing Zoe. Like, this is going to be amazing." It wasn't even Quinnipiac, it was Zoe.
And Jim, what about for you from Zoe's side?
Same story. It's these are special games. Not only the environment, but when these two girls play against each other, it's an absolute treat for the two of them to face off against each other.
And when did it click for you that you realized Zoe would be able to play at the high-level Division I hockey?
Oh, great question. I mean, that's a tough answer because they've always played with very talented girls growing up. But the thing I think that separated Zoe and Kristen from some of their peers was the passion that they had for the game. And they've had that from an extremely young age where this took precedence for them. And hockey wasn't a winter sport, it was a 12-month sport. and that's kind of what led us to where we are today.
Jim, Marianne, Liz, Fausto, thank you so much for the time. Get back to watching your girls. Thank you, guys.
Go Bobcats, go.
Back to UTC.
Yeah, almost on cue.
Welcome back to Fenway Park, where Quinnipiac has a 1-0 lead over Harvard midway through the second period. And now I'm upping the best seats in the house at Fenway Park, the Green Monster. I feel pretty lonely. No one else is up here. They have it roped off. I said Sonny's name when I walked through, and security gave me the pass. But the view is as good as it gets. The snow is coming down. You want that snow globe perspective? That's what the Green Monster provides you with. Perfect height and a bird's eye view of the ice right now, and you see how they're playing, and it's really calming in a way. You're up here, it's quiet, you see the snow falling down, and Quinnipiac and Harvard playing each other.
I was wondering where my press pass went.
Yeah. Well, TC, it's getting a lot thicker. You see the lines are kind of disappearing from the broadcast, and even from me right now, standing ringside. The snow is building up, and asking some of the equipment managers from Quinnipiac what they think. They said it's like the shovels aren't even working. They'll get on, they'll clear it off, they're doing a good job, but it's this heavy, wet snow that we saw pregame that's dialing up once again, making a layer over the ice and certainly slowing down the puck. So, Zoe, you have a 2-0 lead after 2 periods. What have you seen from goalie Logan Andrews so far?
I mean, she's really stepped it up. It can't be easy with all this snow coming down, and you know, it gets a little cold when you're not having a ton of action, but she's really stepping up to the plate and doing what we need, so she's been awesome.
Growing up in Ontario, I'm sure you've had some conditions like this playing on an ODR, but what's it like on this rink right now?
Oh, it's beautiful. I mean, the conditions have kind of been worse today than they were yesterday when we got here, but we're just making fun with it, and it's definitely causing a lot more laughs, so it's been a great time so far.
Now going into the second period, I got to catch up with your dad and obviously Kristen's parents too. What's it been like so far playing your best friend?
It's been awesome. We haven't had any one-on-ones yet. Usually we get one a game, and it's always funny to look up at each other when she's coming down the wing and give a little smile and hopefully poke the puck away from her. But haven't had one yet, so we'll see if we get one of those in the third period. But it's been really nice to play her.
Hey, best of luck in third. I hope you get one too.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Welcome back to Fenway Park, where Quinnipiac has a 3-1 lead over Harvard in the third period. The snow continues to come down. It's been doing that since before the game. And maintenance team behind me, the shovels have been on the ice nonstop, any break. I really stuck around and watched them during the intermission. The Zambonis cleared it up a lot compared to the second period, so that layer has disappeared. As far for the players, when it comes to their adjustments they made, the game seems to have slowed down a lot here in the third period. Puck management has been the emphasis from what I've seen, and even look on the benches. Usually you'll see a mix of cages and shields. All the players have cages, even number 5 for Quinnipiac, Kate Riley. She started the first period with a shield, switched to a cage. I asked her coming off the ice at the end of the second period if she had to make that change. She said, oh yeah, no way I could have kept that on.
Play everything. Be an athlete.
Yeah, and TC, the same goes for Logan Andrews. When I was talking to her yesterday after practice, she told me she was a big-time softball player back home in Canada. She didn't really watch baseball growing up. She just loved softball, and go figure, she was a catcher. But Fenway Park, this wasn't her first time. She knows how special it is.
Turn over here, and a big save made. Go ahead, George.
She knows how special the ballpark is. She comes all the time with her boyfriend living in Boston. So when she walked in, she was in awe. She knows the Green Monster, and she was really excited about the different perspective she had today, playing goalie right in front of it instead of sitting in the stands and watching it.
Clean up the snow.
Hey guys, and for the first time tonight, I'm noticing the Fenway grounds crew is stepping in, helping them clear out that pathway where the Zambonis exit from. So at first it was the Army sent from the NHL. These shovels, these guys have been nonstop, just monsters tonight. Fenway Park grounds crew is stepping in to help them out as well. Literally all hands on deck to make this ice as great as possible, which they've been doing tonight.
Well, you can see in that shot right there, you know, the guys in the black jackets, those are the NHL guys. The guys in the red jackets, that's a grounds crew. That's the grounds crew.
George,
now,
where
if it
is
keeps
your
up,
shovel,
George is going to end up being part of this.
I want to ask for one, but I think there'll be a union violation, so I'm going to let the pros do it. Also, I don't want to break my back on the ice, so I'm going to stay away.
Yeah, don't mess up that beautiful hat that you somehow got, and nobody
Sonny,
else
yours
did.
is on the way up, by the way.
Sure, I have no doubt everyone else will have one by the end of the night. George, find out what's the Bobcat's name?
Boomer the Bobcat.
Boomer the Bobcat.
We're dancing, but I saw Wally shoveling, and I go to Boomer. I'm like, hey, man, all hands on deck, grab one. Smart man didn't help, just went back to dancing because he has a job to do.
I guess, which is dancing.
And also, shout out the mascots. They have shoes on, no boots to cover up these paws. Wally with some New Balances. So you guys, it's not a lot of snow resistance, not a lot of rain resistance either. I guess the fur helps, does it, Wally? Yeah? Okay. Yeah, so they're staying cool. Oh, thank you, Wally. We got Wally's hat.
It's all, he's just getting one hat after another.
Lexi, congrats on the win. 2 assists for you, 3 goals for the team. What was right for the offense overcoming the elements today?
I think just taking it all in and being in the moment and trying to stick to our game plan. Obviously, we had to adjust a little bit after that first period, but once we fixed some things, we were flying in the second and third.
Hey, you're the captain of this team. You guys just played at Fenway, and you pulled off a big win, and what a setting it was in. Have you had a moment to soak it in yet?
I think since we stepped in here yesterday, we were all just in awe, and this has got to be one of the coolest experiences of my life, and I know I can speak for the other girls. We're just so grateful to have had this opportunity, and obviously 3 points is huge, but just being able to play at such a historical venue has been incredible.
Now, you're coming off a 3-0 win over Wisconsin. Now you do this today, 3-1 win at Fenway. What does this do for the team moving forward?
I think it's just momentum. You know, I think the second half is big, and the second half is always hard, and we want to ring, we want to win ECAC, and we want a natty ship. So I think for us, just momentum moving forward, building off this, and taking a step forward next weekend.
Hey, go get it. Congrats, Lex.
Thank you so much.
So, Bryn, I'm sure this is a game you've circled the moment you found out you guys would be playing in this, but what's it like to finally have the night be here at Fenway?
I mean, it's surreal. Like, the stadium set up so well. Even watching the Winter Classic a couple days ago, it was sick that we just thought that we were going to play here, and it was just, it's an unbelievable feeling to actually be out here.
Now, you being from Denver, I'm sure you've had your couple cases of wicked winters, but what's it like playing in this setting and the elements as you've seen so far?
Yeah, I don't know. We weren't necessarily planning on snow, but I think it honestly makes it more fun. You play with the elements that you don't normally play with, like the snow, and the ice is, I don't know, who knows what's going to happen with it, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
And for you guys, first time you're playing a game in a long time, what's essential for your team to get off to a quick start?
I mean, getting pucks deep, testing the goalie early, I think it's going to be huge because obviously, again, with ice, we don't know what's going to happen with it. But testing them early and getting on them right away, yeah.
Thanks, Bryn. Best of luck.
Thank you.
So, Meredith, you had your team out on the ice yesterday for a practice round, but now it's game time. Now they're geared up, game jerseys on. What's it like for the moment to finally be here?
It's surreal. I mean, it's snowing. It's like we're playing in a snow globe. Yesterday there wasn't snow, so it was awesome to get a feel for the ice, but I think the conditions will change a little bit, but this is awesome.
Now, given Holy Cross is the newest member of Hockey East, what does it mean to you to see these girls, these ladies, have this opportunity?
Really cool to see the crest on this ice, up on the monster. And for all the women who dressed before, it's just really cool. We've gotten a lot of messages from alums saying, they can't believe we're playing here. So it's really awesome.
And for you, first time playing a game in 4 weeks, what's the message to the team to pick up and get off to a fast start tonight?
Keep it simple, move your feet, and let's have some fun.
All right, have some fun, Coach. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Julia, you being a Beverly native, what does it mean to finally be here at Fenway playing on the ice?
I mean, it's really cool. It's something I'm taking in every second of, so just excited to have fun despite the weather. I've been playing outside since I was a little kid, so it's nothing new, but I'm just excited. I'm glad the girls got a chance to do this year.
And just getting through with your warm-up skate, what did you pick up from being out on the ice of any adjustments you might need to make?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a game where we're going to have to use our speed and definitely put a little more muscle when we shoot or pass, but our main emphasis is to get pucks on net for sure. Other than that, play our simple game. So.
Last time you were on the ice, you saw Holy Cross. You beat them 3-2 in overtime. What does your team have to do again to have that same outcome?
I think we just got to be a little more disciplined defensively. I don't question our offense ability, but overall, we pick up on defense, then the rest will come. Yeah.
Thanks. Best of luck.
Thank you so much.
Well, TC and Sonny, if you guys are watching this game back at home, too, and you're thinking, I haven't seen these jerseys before, that's because this is the debut of these third jerseys for Boston University women's hockey, the first alternate in program history. And you may have seen them before if you're paying attention to BU hockey in 1978. These exact jerseys with the dog on the front were what Brian DeRocher and his 1978 team won when they won the national championship, beating Boston College 5-3. And for the first time in program history, the women excitement having Dog on the front.
And Holy Cross, for the first time tonight, has gotten on the board. Casey Borgil fires the shot.
Sophia, you're going to have an extended penalty to start the second period. What do you have to do to capitalize on that opportunity?
I think we just have to use the 5 girls that we have out there, use each other, and get more shots on net. We already have one. That's a bonus for us. We got to be the ones to put the second one in the net.
You were also on the ice for the penalty kill late in the period. What did that do for the momentum moving forward?
Oh, the blocks were huge. 3 blocks on, I think, 3 or 4 shots. So I think we just got to keep the momentum up moving into the second period.
There's a lot of hype coming into this game, a lot of excitement. Now that you're 1 period through and it's finally here, what's it like to be at Fenway?
Oh, it's awesome. I've never, touched foot in this building before, so it's an experience. And, we're all taking it in. We're really excited to be here, so...
Great. Enjoy it. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Here, let's go down to George Balekji. George.
Yeah, TC, I was at practice last night, and when BU took the ice, they actually didn't have any pucks on hand. So what Brian DeRocher did, instead of waiting around for the bag of pucks to be found, dropped an imaginary one in the center of the ice, let the ladies have at it. A goal was scored somehow, so I'm not going to ask Andrea Brantley how that happened, how it got by her, but they made the most of it. About 10 minutes passed by, the bag of pucks were recovered, and eventually they got their practice in.
There you go. You got to be imaginative.
Nadia, down a goal heading into the third period. What does the offense need to do to break through once again and equalize it?
Yeah, we need to shoot the puck more, put it on the net, and going for the rebound. That's how we score a goal. That's how they're scoring their goals. So it's a tough ice. Can't do anything fancy. So shoot the puck, go for the rebound, go hard.
Now the elements have evened off since pregame. It's dry now and no more snow or rain. What's the ice been like through 2 periods?
Yeah, no, it's definitely been better for the second period. First period was a little tough. It was also, first time skating on it after yesterday, but for a full game. So second period, way better. We're getting used to it. So staying positive for the third.
Being from Italy, you've played for the national team. You've been around the world with hockey, but what has it been like so far playing here at Fenway for you?
Nothing like it. It's been a dream. Probably top 3 hockey moments of my life. So it's been great. Can't wait for the third.
Awesome. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Fenway Park, where Holy Cross has a 2-1 lead over BU in the final game of the first night of Frozen Fenway. Now, I'm out in left field, got a great vantage point of the ice behind me, and also a view of I-90. So for many of us in Boston, that means a pike. That means a lot of traffic. For Holy Cross and BU, that means the 42 miles that connects Worcester with Boston. Thus, they created the Turnpike Trophy. It's notched, and they keep a tally of all head-to-head competition, from tennis to lacrosse, soccer, and of course hockey. At the end of every academic year after the postseason, the team or the school with the higher tally gets the trophy. BU, as you can see, since its inception in 2015, has had the trophy ever since. But Holy Cross right now with the 2-1 lead in the third period, well, they could get a really big point and make their way for the first time to get the Turnpike Trophy. Madison, your teammates crowded you right as a final buzzer. You get your first win since October 8th. What does this feel like right now?
It's absolutely incredible. We have a great group of girls. We've been working so hard. We have so much heart. And to finally see it pay off just means the world to me.
Take me through that last minute. BU pulls their goalie, has an extra attacker. What was your focus in those final moments?
Focus is just to know where everybody is. Just keep our team focused in it. Keep everyone positive. And we just kept going and just do whatever it takes for those final minutes.
Hey, how about pulling off a win here at Fenway? What did it feel like for you?
Absolutely surreal. I would have never imagined in my life that I'd ever get to experience this, and I'm really grateful.
And this is your guys' first time at Frozen Fenway. How important is this for the program?
It's huge for our program and just female hockey in general. It's a good publicity, gets people watching, and I think it's a great step forward for us.
And you being from Nova Scotia, hockey is the top thing. What was it like playing in this setting?
It's crazy. I come from a very small little town, and just I think it shows everyone out there that no matter where you come from, you can come out here and do some really big things.
Madison, congrats. Go celebrate more with your teammates.
Thank you so much. Thank you for everyone watching.
Back to you, TC.